In this week's Bleach, Ichibei throws down.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Someone should have told you not to with me.
Bleach, Chapter 606, Devine Division, picks up with Ichibei angry at how Bach keeps defying him by pulling tricks, not reflecting on his actions, and still calling him by his entire name.
Call me sir, goddammit!
With no other choice, he decides he's gotta kill him, and we get almost the same exact panel from the end of last week's chapter, except there's just a little more of Ichibei's beard.
No, that's unnecessary.
Bach whips out his blade and Ichibei his brush, and just when you think they're ready to clash...
And now for something completely different.
A figure is running while carrying some sort of contraption on their shoulders and telling their big sister to wait for them. Who could this mysterious figure be?
Who gives a fuck?
Jump over to Urahara, who's drawing some sort of line in the dirt, but is interrupted when someone is wondering why he's outside scribbling when he could be inside making preparations.
There's a bigger picture here. You should show me some respect.
The group confronting him is the remaining Vizards. Hiyori asks where Yoruichi is, but Urahara tells her she's already gone ahead of them.
Are you fucking kidding me?
She wants to know why he let her go first, because they were under the impression they were all gonna go together. She thinks Urahara doesn't really seem to care if the crew he sent up dies as long as they slow down the enemy.
Yes, definitely!
Just then, the figure from before arrives and is deeply saddened after finding out that their big sister, Yoruichi, is already gone.
It's terrible! She has beautiful eyes and her hair smells like cinnamon!
Urahara apologizes but says her leaving was for the good of the court. Then it's revealed that this person is the guardian of the heavenly armor, Yushiro Shihoe. But I've got one question. Am I the only one not sure if they're a boy or a girl?
I've got a question. You're crazy.
They start to head inside, but Hiyori is reminded that she hates it when Urahara says whatever they do is for the good of the court.
Fuck off.
And it's back to the Soul Palace for the epic Ichibei Bach battle.
I'm totally fucking serious right now!
Bach makes the observation that Ichibei seems different. He looks happier for a guy who's decided to kill someone.
Yes! Why do you talk that way? I had a stroke!
Bach attempts a strike, but misses as Ichibei counters with his giant paintbrush.
Who put this together? Are you autistic?
It is artistic, sir.
He pushes it aside as nothing, but Ichibei says he just sacrificed his own arm. See, his brush can't cut flesh, but it can cut names, as the thing he calls his arm has been split in two.
Oh god! Oh god!
Ichibei says it's now referred to as an R.
Rated ARG for pirates. Fuck you!
He goes on to tell Bach that he's become much weaker in terms of muscles and abilities as they've been all cut in half. Even his attacks are weak.
Do you think you're funny, you fat f***?
Bach seems to be hit by the brush once again before being thrown back towards the Soul Palace. Ichibei then gets all creepy and asks how he, Bach, the leader of the Quincy's with only half his strength, would feel being chopped to pieces by the head of the Shinigami.
How you feeling? I'm great! I feel awesome!
Another pretty good chapter this week. Last week, Shunsui and Ukitake were up to something. Now we see Urahara and the Vizards have also got some sort of plan. Obviously, they're taking a trip to Soul Palace too, but like Hiyori stated, why didn't Urahara wait for them to get there so they could all leave together? Urahara has always been a particularly shady person, but this does seem off. He's even accused of not caring if Yoruichi or Ichigo die, and he never denies it. And I'm not sure what he means by the good of the court, but apparently he said it before because Hiyori mentions how she hates when he says it. We were also introduced to a new character, Yushiro, Yoruichi's younger sister? Regardless, they look like the little lolly version of Yoruichi, and that ain't bad.
I shall call him Mini-Me.
The fight between Bach and Ichibei is great. It seems one-sided in favor of Ichibei, but Bach just keeps getting back up and refuses to give up. Ichibei's paintbrush power is actually really cool, and now I see how his naming ability comes into play, and it sure as hell helps. He's cut Bach's entire strength in half by simply taking the M out of arm. It's ridiculous, but sick. I'm expecting Bach to try giving himself some more letters next week to restore his powers back to full, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Hoshwalth intervened and used his balance ability to tip the scales and possibly cut Ichibei's power down to half to match Bach's. That's just a theory of mine.
That's stupid! You're stupid! Stop being stupid!
So I'm gonna give this chapter another 7.5 out of 10. Urahara has brought back the Visors to help him with something. We were introduced to Yoruichi's little sibling, and Ichibei versus Bach is getting pretty intense. For my question of the week, do you think Urahara is up to something shady? What does he mean by the good of the court? Does he care whether or not the first group he sent up survives? My favorite comments will be featured in the next review. Here are last week's winners. Alright, that does it for me. Remember to leave your thoughts on the chapter and answer to my question in the comments below. Like and subscribe for more weekly Bleach chapter reviews. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter, Hummingbird, or Deviant. I'll be back next week with more Ichibei versus Bach. Peace!